Yo guys, what is up? My name is Jeracraft and I finally welcome you to another epic Minecraft adventure. In today's creative journey, we are going to be building and discovering the Halls of Reflection, a monumental structure built at the highest point of a Mount Olympus style creation. This monument will come together with its own working city and a very, very unique kind of interior. So guys, just sit back, relax and enjoy as we begin today's epic fantasy-packed adventure. Right guys, now let me take you to where the story begins. All the way back in 2013, me and a fellow YouTuber experimented with glass and ice to make a room reflective. In today's video, my idea is basically to recreate this technique, but on a much larger, more epic scale. Now to kickstart today's project, I first have to create a new world painter map. In order to create a monument with a reflective interior, we need to make sure we have enough space underground as well as above ground. Giving myself a template to work with by creating my very own version of Mount Olympus, with plenty of space at the top of the mountain to build our monument. Now despite using World Painter, most of the terraforming will be done throughout this video, making a ridiculous amount of changes, all in the hopes to reach the top of the mountain in the most adventurous and creative way possible. I've designed the landscape in a way that will allow us to build our way to the top of the mountain efficiently through a series of spiraling paths and bridges. Right guys, to be honest with you, I was never planning on building anything extra other than the actual monument, but after connecting the bridge to a gatehouse, I knew this project was going to be a lot more than just one big structure. I decided to provide our monument with some protection, surrounding the entire valley in a fancy cobblestone wall, almost like a miniature version of the Wall of China. The wall itself twists and changes in height alongside the edge of a cliff, which was definitely tough to put together, but if you do manage to split the wall into different segments, you should be able to keep consistency throughout the wall's design. Right guys, so now we continue our way up the mountain, terraforming the path that will lead to a second cobblestone bridge. I actually found this to be a really good opportunity to build a waterfall. It was off to a messy start, but after some extensive work, it did actually make more sense to have the water flow past both bridges. Right, so as you guys can see, we've made quite a bit of progress already. We're going to try and make as much use of the space we have available, finishing off the waterfall and extending the wall right around the back of the valley. My main concern though is getting to the top of this mountain, building one final bridge that will connect a path leading to the valley below and a path that will lead to the top of the mountain. And so we finally reach the top of the mountain, only to find out the massive miscalculation I've made. Only building just the entrance of this colossal monument has practically taken up all of the space we have available. I've realized in order to achieve my goal, I had to expand the mountain by almost 10 times its current size, just to be able to house this massive structure. And so without hesitation, I once again got back into terraforming, and there was no turning back, with well into 5 hours of landscaping, all in order to create the perfect fit for a massive circular dome-like temple. Right guys, now there's one last thing we need to do before we start building the actual temple. Since we're getting close to Minecraft's max height of 256 blocks, I've also had to lower the height of the entire mountain. But guys, this is where the magic happens, building a massive circular dome that will contain our reflective interior. The monument itself expands over 120 blocks wide and is almost 100 blocks in height, filled with as much detail as I could possibly manage. So even after all the terraforming, I still managed to reach Minecraft's max build height of 256 blocks, yet again having to lower the entire mountain by a further 15 blocks, and finally finishing off the monument's roof. Despite all the changes, I do actually prefer this version, and it's actually crazy to think that this monument is almost half the size of the actual mountain. But we're nowhere near done just yet. At this point in the video, I really had no intention of building an entire city, but after coming this far into the project, it really seemed like there was just something missing. So my decision was final. To make things a lot easier, I've designed a series of houses, towers, and other buildings which we can use throughout the valley, apart from all the other extras we'll add later on, of course. Slowly but surely, I filled the inner walls with a fully functional city, connecting buildings through a series of paths and building windmills and wheat fields to provide food for our city. As well as, of course, a couple of extra features, including giant banners in the distance, which I think made a really nice improvement. Right guys, and the time has finally come to start our little experiment and see if we can actually transform the interior of this monument into the epic Halls of Reflection. Now, in order to really make this work, I've created the perfect circle right at the center of the dome, filled with a layer of white stained glass. The idea is to decorate the interior as best as I can, and once the interior is complete, we're going to use commands to copy and flip the entire building upside down and hopefully create an epic looking reflection. And guys, I am being 100% honest when I tell you I had no idea this reflection would actually work this well. It actually looks completely genuine, despite the fact we've just flipped an entire building upside down. Apart from all the damages outside, with the amount of terraforming we've done already, it's really just no big deal. But guys, with that done, I proudly present to you an epic Minecraft kingdom and the Halls of Reflection.
Sacred places. And so you came to me, nothing remaining of you but rage and determination. And you learned that the things that once tormented you could give you power.
Right guys, if you enjoyed this video, become a fellow explorer, subscribe and join in future adventures. This world is now exclusively available on www.jeracraft.net, and whoever has purchased the USB in the past is also entitled to a free update. So thank you guys for watching, give this video a thumbs up, and I will catch you in the next one. This is Jeracraft, over and out.